Hello and good morning. Welcome to today's daily guidance. We're going to start with an energy oracle card and see what message comes out for today. I hope you all are well. Please give me a message. Wow. 7th chakra, your crown chakra. Seeing things more clearly, working from a place of enlightenment. So this means you have to be practicing awareness. This also means that more is expected of you. Okay. Higher knowledge. Some of you are ready for higher knowledge. You're ready. Okay, so a lot of you are actually acclimating to the higher vibrations. Ooh. So there are shifts happening within you all. Whether or not you're aware of this, there's been some shifts here. Excuse me. I feel like there's more that wants to come out with this. Gosh, just bear with me, guys, okay? There's something else. The thinking woman, they're sending you information. Okay, I'm getting to read this card. She's been showing up. 47. They are sending you information. It feels in a specific way. They're sending you information in a detailed way. Like it's almost contrived, right? It's So the thinking woman, the female of wisdom and understanding, this card shows a woman holding a book, standing before a staircase, ready to lead you to higher understanding. Yet you all are being led into a different space. You're being led into a higher vibration, higher understanding. This woman could be a friend who helps you express and understand your feelings, or she could be a teacher brought to your life at this time to take you in a new direction. This can also be a new love interest with a woman who is thoughtful, conscious, and aware. Or like the thinking man, the card could represent a side of yourself that's ready to blossom and bring clarity and assistance to the world. So if so, find your voice and let your wisdom shine. Okay, so this is basically saying you're at a space where you're receiving higher knowledge. It's coming through you all. It's coming to you all in different ways, in different fashions, through different people. So it's it could be a friend. It could be someone you go to for information, guidance. And this is also representative of a different side of you that's receiving higher knowledge. Wow, because you went through the gate. Because you went through the gate. You left the garden. A lot of you have moved into higher vibrational energies because you decided to. They're showing me like a person choosing. So because you chose this. It's like you are at a space where you're ready to experience life at a higher level. So your inner knowing is leading you. This is those of you who are taking responsibility for what's happening in your life. It's like you're starting to understand that as you make choice, like every little choice you make leads you to a whole different path. It has to be you that does this. Like when you try to give people that you love, family, friends, co-workers, whoever, anyone you associate with, when you try to get them to see things your way and they're not getting it, it's because it's at a soul level, they're not choosing it. And that's why they say, you give out the information, you share, but you can't force a person to go on the same path as you. So, at a soul level, the person may just be saying, I'm not ready to choose that yet, because it comes with a lot of responsibility. You have to be at the point where you can take responsibility for what's happening in your life. You're a sovereign being. You recognize that you are the creator of your reality, and you're no longer in blame mode. You're no longer looking for someone to blame if things don't go right. You're at the space where you understand, hey, look, if this happens, a choice I made led me here, and that means it's something that I need to experience, and I'm going to go with the flow in it. What you're not doing anymore is, if this happens, I'm going to make sure whoever did it to me or whoever played a role in it happening to me is dealt with, or they have, justice serves to them. You're no longer there. You are more at a higher vibration, yes. I mean, you understand the lower vibrational energies, but that's not where you focus. So I'm getting something is headed your way. I see something, it's like headed straight towards you. So some of you may actually, what this is new to you. It's an energy you've never experienced. The way I see it is like a comet headed straight towards you. So it might shock some of you, and it might alert you. But because you're at a higher awareness, it won't bring fear. It'll bring more awe, right? It'll be more like a surprise, unexpected surprise. Because I see you kind of fascinated with it, right? Okay. I see why I was led to re-record. I actually recorded it yesterday, but I was guided this morning to re-record. Okay, so main male is here. Okay, some of you, this energy is a person, a masculine energy, or it will come through a person. This could be someone you work with. It could be a boss. I'm getting that it's someone of significance in your life. This energy will be a significant energy in your life, right? It's the main male. It's the number one card. They will play a significant role. Marriage. Okay, so a lot of you are meeting someone. Some of you, this is a divine union coming your way. My goodness. This is going to be for specific people. They're trying to get me to see something. It's a higher love than you've ever experienced. It's different. It's different. different. There's going to be things about this it's going to be things about this that your human mind will have to overlook. So it's headed your way, but it's not coming in picture perfect. I hope this makes sense. It's not coming like a bouquet of flowers, like here you are. Right. It's a gift, but it's not coming like in a bow. But it is a gift. The old you would have probably run away from this energy. You would feel like it's a red flag. But they're expecting you to operate from a higher space, from higher wisdom and understanding. Because when you stepped out of the garden and you walked through the gate, you were saying that you're ready to do things differently and experience life differently. So this energy, when it comes to you, the lower self will it will try to put you in default mode, where you start doing things the way you used to do it when you were in the garden. But now that you're at a higher frequency, there are some 3D things that you're gonna be expected to overlook because you're at a place of higher awareness, higher understanding. Some of you are the main male. Coffin. There are things that you have to put to rest. And I see the main female here. So the old you is gone. So you're not operating the same way. I feel because a marriage represents actually a death of a person, symbolically, simply because you're in union now. So the old you, there are parts of you that you let go of, you let die off, especially the traditional meaning of marriage, and especially for the feminine in the marriage, because it's like she gives up everything. The masculine would take over everything. So if she came into the marriage with whatever assets, he takes it. She loses her name. She loses her identity. She becomes, traditionally marriage, she becomes his property. So it's literally like a death. So it's actually a part of the patriarchal system that we live in today, which is a 3D construct. Because marriage is just two people who say we agree that we love each other and we want to be with each other. But it was never any like signing contracts, and that's what actually made things so complicated. And that's why people it's like you sign a 3D contract and it complicates things when it comes to following your soul contract. Because a lot of people, when they get into the traditional marriage, removing themselves from that contract becomes a death of everything they've created before the marriage. Something's trying to come out here. Privileged lady. Alrighty. And the main female here again at the bottom. Okay, so I'm being told to take it. This is interesting because I'm getting somebody's rethinking their marriage. Somebody is. And some people may stay because of the children. I need to get some tarot on this because I'm getting a message that's been coming out for a while. And the way this is coming out, the main male and the main female. So this is like a couple. They could be the married couple here. So it feels like there's a death to someone's marriage and there's someone else has already entered the scene. So the main male energy is, it's like rethinking a contract, right? Ready to put it in a box and bury it. So let's see what tarot says. This is going to be somebody's specific message. Because the way humans look at 3D marriages is not the way it's viewed in higher vibrations. Actually, it's viewed as a lower vibrational contract. The weight people put on marriage here it doesn't have that value. If anything, it's one of those systems that keep people in fear of making a decision that they want to make at a heart space. It keeps people in fear of following their heart. It keeps people thinking. Yeah, it keeps people making head over heart decisions, right? So even this message, I feel like you're going to have to be at a certain space to even receive it wholly, right? Because the marriage is considered to be a very, holy space. That's a part of the system. Wow. And that's a part of, that's a part of what's crumbling, actually. The way people view the 3D marriage. Because it's actually a business. It's a business. Okay, I'm not getting anything with tarot. I'm not getting anything here. Let's see if we get anything here. You cast a spell with your existence. Magic flows brightly and radiantly through you. I feel like something magical is happening around you. something that can't be explained. Somebody may be enamored with someone in their life. Someone feels like something magical is happening, and something magical is happening because something is headed your way. If this has not entered your life yet, and I feel like specifically this is a person coming into you all's life, and when this person comes into your life, it's like you're going to see beyond the physical. You're going to see beyond this 3D matrix. You're not going to see the situation the same way you saw it when you were in the garden. So it's almost like a whole energy around you is going to change the way you view this person. Some of you, this person may actually be in a 3D contract. But there's going to be some kind of magical experience around them, flames of desire. I feel like it's going to be a strong attraction. Let them shine out in radiant light and shun dark paths. The second chakra keeps coming out. There's going to be something about a interaction you have with someone that cannot be ignored. And it almost feels like it's the main male that's feeling this towards a privileged lady, someone who they see like in a beautiful way, someone who they want to, it's like they want to give everything to. And this could be someone in the community, a philanthropist, right? Someone who's well off, or it's like someone who's involved in different associations, groups. I feel like this is someone that the community knows. Okay, so it's someone that others will notice. This is not someone who goes unnoticed. So lost in the ruins of the past, find a way to the present moment and live. So a lot of you are actually walking into an experience that I feel like an initiation. Have the courage to be free as down here. So I feel like as you walk through, you can say the valleys of the shadow of death here, right? Because what you're doing is you are ready to let the old you die, but you have to take that final walk through. And as you walk through, certain energies will come towards you, and you are expected to respond in a way that is not the same as you did in the past. Okay, you're letting go of the ruins of the past. So this is when things feel very slow, and this is when things feel like you're going backwards. This is when you start doubting if you're on the right path, because a lot of things will happen. A lot of energies will meet you, and you will question it, and you will say, no, that's a red flag. That's an energy of the past. But Spirit will tell you, no, it's a new energy, and you are expected to let go of your past energies. So there's kind of like, a spell in a sense being cast. It will kind of it'll put you in a space where you're like, I can't ignore the feeling. So working from a higher space, some of you you're going to be going against your own belief systems, right? This is when you throw away those thoughts that keeps telling you that you're about to experience something from the past. And sometimes people will get lost in these ruins. And that's why sometimes it takes so long, not being able to discern what energy is yours, what energy is is an old belief system that you're trying to let go of. Many of you are experiencing, it's like trials, really. Okay, let me get one more. Ooh, that was fast. You're caught up in drama. This feels like it's gonna, okay, a lot of you, those who resonate with what's going on here, because I am getting third-party energies. I'm getting strong desires. It feels like it's going to put you in a very complicated situation. This feels complicated, actually. It feels like you're doing something that you're not supposed to. Being able to kind of overcome that energy. So I feel like this is a specific example, but many of you may not experience it like this. You may experience it in a different way, right? So it could be, one of the things that's coming up is some people are considering same-sex relationships. Another one is if you were previously in same-sex relationships and you're now open to heterosexual, right, opposite sex relationships. Another one is your dating style, right? You may have never dated outside of your culture or outside of your race. And you are presented with that opportunity and you can't ignore the energy you're feeling, right? There's also an energy of different classes. Like one person may be well off and the other may be working class. It's those type of unions are coming together. Mainly because a lot of people, the person they thought was their main person, either they're not at that space where they're doing the work and the two can come together, right? They're facing opposite ways. So some of you are being called to let go of, past energies, someone who you thought could have been the one. You're walking away from that and you're being walked into a new space, a new energy, a new connection, and it feels wrong. It feels like you're going to have to jump through hurdles to make that relationship work. So one of the main ones that's been coming up is third-party relationships. People who are still in 3D contracts, like loveless connection, right? There's no animosity between the people, or there may be, but the connection is keeping them in a low vibration where they're working through fears, where they're trying to work together basically because they don't want to separate assets, children maybe, or just a change in lifestyle. The masculine may be afraid of losing all their assets, or the feminine. Here, privileged lady is here. So some of you, something is coming into your environment that brings up a strong desire of yours. And even if you try to forget it and let it go, I feel like you're going to be under some kind of spell. It's a magical spell to get you to work from your heart. And as you do that, you're going to feel like it's going to bring up a lot of drama. Act to free yourself, change, and blossom again. Wow. See, this is what I saw, actually. It looks like a jellyfish. It's headed straight for you. A lot of you, there's an energy that's coming straight your way. And when it comes, it will bring up fears for some of you. But at the same time, it's going to bring up some kind of different energy you haven't experienced. You're going to question yourself. You're going to want to question it. You're going to become the thinking woman. You're going to want to see it in a higher perspective. I mean, we started with the crown chakra, the seventh chakra here. My goodness, this message. I don't know if I should use any other cards. Let me see if the Romance Angel gives me anything. Wow, a rose petal just fell on the coffin card. My goodness, somebody's ready to put something to death. And I see trust here. So this will require a lot of trust for many of you. What a message. They're trying to get through to a specific group. I feel like they're trying to get through to a specific group. Those who keep questioning a decision that they know they must make, but it's going to cause a lot of like mayhem in your environment. Many people will question you. Many people will question who you are. They will feel like they don't know you. They will judge. There will be some persecution. Many of you will be looked at like in a negative way, especially if you're playing the third party role and you're being called to kind of follow your heart, have the courage to be free. There's no right and wrong in all situations, right? There's not one play for everyone. The only truth is the truth within yourself, okay? Yeah, some of y'all are dealing with a situation that involves marriage. All right, anything here? Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So it's a situation that's going to bring up thoughts, negative thoughts, and they want you to remain optimistic. So many of you have love coming in. When this love arrives, there's going to be something about it where you're going to have to move slow with it. But they do want you to make the effort. So it's like, it may be something that immediately you're going to want to throw in the towel because you can see the drama, but there's going to be some kind of energy that overtakes you and or the other person where you feel like you have to engage. Where you have to engage. Because there's a death happening. There's a death happening. My gosh. That's the message. That is the message, y'all. I'm going to actually just leave it there and then we'll see what else comes out. Because I feel like this had to reach a specific group. My goodness, the way they're sending these messages. Because it feels very hard, but you're already out of the gate. You're already here. You're already in it. Many of you are already experiencing it. something about it feels so wrong. It just feels wrong, but you're being asked to see it at a higher space. Just know the higher vibration, it does not recognize like a 3D marriage as something that is helpful when it comes to growth, because it keeps you stagnant. It keeps you in a like it what it does is it stifles your growth. Your decisions are based around it versus around your heart, right? You make decisions that make sense because of a contract you're in versus what makes sense for you at a higher space. And that's the only reason. Now, there are some marriages that are actually of the vibration of a divine union, okay? And that's not what this is referring to. This is not referring to those people who are in actual 3D marriages that are actually divine unions, because that actually occurs. This is specifically speaking to a group where the connection, it's no longer helpful for either people's growth. That's what this is speaking of, because not all 3D marriages have that energy. We all know of those unions where the two are in like a higher vibrational love. So this is all about the ascension that we're going through. And as we move into higher energies, many things just won't make sense. But if you're working from, that higher space, you're going to go with the flow of what you're being led to do. And I feel like this lost in the ruins here, this is where a lot of people, it's like they start doubting, like questioning, I can't be doing this. I can't, this is when you start being hard on yourself. And they're trying to get you to understand this is actually a part of the shift, and allow yourself to be free and experience and stay optimistic and have fun with it. Positive thinking and faith, okay? All right, that's the message. I hope this was helpful. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.